Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the VCT Game Changers Southeast Asia FSL Open 5 Playoffs tournament circuit that's dedicated to growing the competitive women's gaming scene here in this region. It's proudly sponsored by Intel and supported by Yahoo. My name is Tanya May, and we're back here on the panel, and once again joined by Marquis.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this matchup. We were treated with such a great series between Renatus White and Magnifique, and the next series is going to be another exciting one because it's going to be the upper bracket finals this time around between Galaxy Racer and AE Celeste. And I think that between the two teams, AE Celeste, again, the defending champions for 4 opens in a row, and for Galaxy Racer, it's Team House Buff. So which is going to be better? I'd like to see AE Celeste get challenged here. Not necessarily lose, but I want to see them get challenged by teams. And KMO really challenged them yesterday. Let's see if Galaxy Racer can do the same.
Yeah, KMO really did challenge them. I can't imagine watching yet another challenge, especially since it's going to be on the same maps. Like, really looking forward to its ascent. That's something that every single team just loves playing on.
Yeah, Fine has really fallen out of favor quite a bit. So that's really what's interesting for me is that the development of the meta, because in Open 4 we didn't see much breeze. Now we're seeing a lot of it. And here's Alter Ego Celeste, the defending queens. This is their full lineup. Tarathiel, the in-game leader, of course, aka the bunny breeder as well. Well, she shared quite a bit in her interview with our sponsor Yahoo, so do take a look at that. Ineri, Iceberg, Ayumi, Margot, amazing starting five here. They even have Oreophilia for their sub in case they need a replacement player as well. Alter Ego Celeste, the dominant queens of VCT Game Changers thus far, and I think that they're just an amazing team. On the other hand, the challengers, Galaxy Racer, I'm excited to see them try to take maybe at least a map off of Alter Ego Celeste. I mean, right now the most we can ask for is a map because Alter Ego Celeste, they haven't dropped a series. Right, they've dropped a few maps here and there, but not a full series yet.
Yeah, they have been going 2-0, but it's quite deceptive if you just look at the score. You can't tell how close those games were. And for back to Alter Ego, if you're asking them to get challenged, but how exactly are teams going to do that? And the second question as well is that Alter Ego know that they were pushed to the limits in the very last round. So do you expect them to do something new, adapt differently, a change of strategy?
I think they're actually already trying something new, which is why it was close. The KO is something new for them for sure. That's why that match was close against Kid My Orc. That's why I went to triple overtime for that win. So I think that them trying something new is something that they can do and they can afford to do because they have secured their spot for FSL League. They don't need to place first again this time around. Although they are on pace for that. I'm not saying that they won't, but they don't need to. So they can experiment with new things. They can try different strategies on the stage because when you're playing scrims, potentially teams might not be bringing their A game. But when you're playing a real playoff match and you're trying new strategies out, you can really stress test whether those strategies work or not, whether the new agent compositions really work out for them or not. And I think that's something that AE Celeste can really afford to do.
Yeah, because they are playing for supremacy, really. There's nowhere else to put it because they've already qualified for elite. They're in a super good position. And bringing in the KO again on Ayumi, one of our standout players on Alter Ego Celeste, has played a total of 8 different agents so far. So it's really a testament to how much diversity they can bring to this team.
Yeah, diversity indeed. Not just in game, but also out of the game. VCT Game Changers, of course, is all about the diversity for women in Valorant. So this is really what we're watching here. The dominance of AE Celeste, the queens of FSL. We'll see if Galaxy Racer can challenge that because I'm excited to see Trixx again on the duelist, and I think Eliza is going to be really in for a treat here. She's going to be casting the home team. So here's the head-to-head Ayumi versus Trixx. Ayumi, of course, popping off yesterday, 274 ACS KO, really making the debut for that agent, I believe, for FSL. But for Trixx, you look at her damage per match is actually higher than Ayumi's damage per match. So this is really interesting. Trixx, the in-game leader herself, the duelist, probably at some point one of the best players in Southeast Asia, female players in Southeast Asia for FPS, for CS:GO. She She's now playing Valorant, the leader of Galaxy Racer, and she's going to lead the charge for her team.
And I think the biggest question for Galaxy Racer is also that they tend to give rounds on defense, especially when we saw them in the very first round. Even though they were on Haven, for example, Ion Phoenix was the one who really opened it up on attack. And then going into the next round, they seem like they step it up. And do you think like it might be the team house buff where suddenly they don't actually look too bad on defense anymore?
It's on the defense, on the offense most like is the even better one. I feel like on the offensive side they're a lot faster. The defense looks quite similar to before, but the offensive side looks a lot cleaner. Like I've seen them struggle before trying to get into a side, trying to get control, but this time around it seems like they're ready with the executes, they're ready with the coordination to really clear the side, take control of it, and get those attacking side rounds.
And it is going to be important because the maps are actually going to be the same as what we just saw. It's going to be Icebox first, followed by Ascent, and if we're lucky, we might get Breeze, but only if Galaxy Racer managed to take a map off of Alter Ego. Very quickly, going into these three maps, for Icebox and Ascent, what do you expect both of these teams to do, and who do you think will come out?
For Galaxy Racer, I haven't seen him perform that well on the attacking side for Icebox, which is why, well, it's the usual, right? We've seen the team that picks sides pick defense first, so Galaxy Racer are definitely more comfortable starting on the defensive side. But if they can lock down the sites against Acelus, which is a tall task, by the way, even if defense is your preferred side, Alter Ego Celeste are just too strong right now. So I think for Icebox, it's definitely something that Alter Ego Celeste want to go for and that they're probably going to take. But I think that Breeze, if Galaxy Racer can bring it to map number 3, I think Breeze is the chance for Galaxy Racer to take the series.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to watch, as we just witnessed in the last series where suddenly on Breeze, all the strategies and all the big brain play starts to come out. But to take us through to the next very exciting match for Alter Ego and Galaxy Racer here in the upper bracket semifinals, please welcome your casters for the second match of the day. We do have Kentrol, I am Quake, as well as Eliza. Take it away.
Hello, folks. It's going to be a crazy game. Galaxy Racer versus Alter Ego Celeste. To take you through this, it's me. Hey, I'm Quack, the caster. But alongside me, give yourself a very, very lovely welcome to the one, the only, the VCT caster. It's going to be Eliza Taylor.
Man, what an intro, okay? I was supposed, if I was to do the intro, I would say, hey, I'm Eliza. Hey, I'm Taylor. And then with me is, hey, I'm Quack. You know? It's like that. It do be like that sometimes. But welcome to the Valorant Game Changers. We are on the upper bracket finals. I mean, this is a very intense match for the top two teams that we have here in VCT Game Changers. I mean, this is Alter Ego Celeste and also GXR. And why did you mention I have secrets? Dude, chill.
You told us. You took a picture and you showed us, like, guys,
this is happening.
Racer.
Yeah.
It is happening. I'm exposing everything out there for everyone to see.
I feel exposed.
Very first day, Galaxy Racer was playing, and then we got information like, guys, Eliza is actually at the team house.
I feel the energy right in front of me during the time that I was watching their games, and interestingly, of course, I hear the communication. It feels so much different. You know how sometimes as analysts, we talk about what they pick, what selection, but the communication of the teams is very important as well. Looking at your screen right now, we are seeing the map selection for this game that we are having. Again, a best of 3. And looking at it, it seems like Icebox is going to be our first map. Very similar to the previous maps that we've seen from the previous games as well. This is selected by Alter Ego Celeste, and defense side was chosen by Galaxy Racer. And we're moving towards Ascent and going towards the beach where Kiki is actually around, which is Breeze. I've seen him there. I mean, he was sunbathing. Right now, probably he's just sipping in his pina colada, waiting for the game to finish.
Probably, you know, maybe after the games and then the panel comes back, he's gonna be like, hey guys, how was the cast? I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
I hope you had fun. Here's my tan, you know, I'm just chill here. And good luck to you guys casting out the game. But
But-
okay. Seriously speaking, though, the chat will be like, "What are these casters doing?" Let's talk about the map selection here. We have Icebox. So, Quack, I mean, you've been here around more than I am. So going through towards this first map that we are seeing, and Alter Ego Celeste, knowing that they are the 4-time champion on this Open for FSL. What are your thoughts about this?
I mean, it's really strange because Icebox plus Ascent, these are the maps that Alter Ego Celeste have been playing throughout the past 2 days. They are really, really familiar on these maps by now. I'm very curious to see why these maps are being picked again. I mean, why not throw them a curveball, something like Bind? But then again, it's really because Alter Ego Celeste have such high win rates on almost every single map. And right now, the first 2 days, they experimented a bit. They played a bit of KO. Usually it was a Ayumi on that agent. But this time, I think they're recognizing the respect that they need to pay to Galaxy Racer. That's why we're seeing a Ayumi plus a Neri on the Reyna plus Jet combo. Meanwhile, what can you tell me about Galaxy Racer? I mean, share some secrets, please.
The secrets that you were talking about. Just the typical pick that we are seeing for Icebox, and I think the Viper pick is very viable, especially when it comes to this map as well. In just not just for GXR, but all towards all the teams that we have in VCT for game changers as well. With the amount of the smoke, the Viper's wall that comes up, and how it blocks off some spots and the choke points for the teams, very essential. And I am quite surprised that it is not picked on the other side as well as Alter Ego Celeste. But like what we were talking about with GXR, Trixx moving towards on the duelist role, such a big factor for the team, as she is also the in-game leader and does the call-outs basically for the whole team as well. And she's such a good player and mechanically talented as an individual. So seeing her in a duelist is actually a really good thing, and I feel really happy. A personal friend of mine as well. But with regards to the statistics, of course, stats don't lie, Quack. Looking at it, it seems like Alter Ego Celeste, they have more experience towards these maps that we are seeing, and also more wins towards these maps that we are seeing. Moving forward, we are onto the first round. As the pistol round, this would definitely set the tone and face for both of the teams.
Well, Alter Ego Celeste are definitely starting on attack, but Trixx already showing off some of those mechanics. She goes in, finds one, and instantly gets traded though, and now still actually alive by about 3 HP. How is she still alive? She backs up onto A, but the push is coming in regardless from around Maze. Tarathiel's leading the charge, doesn't have a wall though, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for her to stay on the site itself.
I was actually expecting her to pick or choose Jet, but it seems like it's a race for today. She gets a kill and moves out with the help of a teammate as well. The Viper's wall definitely coming up. This is a play for retake on towards GXR as Aya sees one. Margot goes down. Iceberg on the other hand. This is just a Sova versus Sova. Oh my god, just the pistol, just the right clicks, the classic buff.
One
defused.
Oh!
Ivory!
3 HP! But thankfully Ivory was there to save the day. So pistol round goes to GXR. Things are looking really good. And you know what? Really, really confident. Trixx pushing out in towards A like that. I was not expecting it.
She also has the backup of the teammate. And with that, with the both of them going towards, this is more of overwhelming Alter Ego Celeste and just pushing, because this is the least that they would expect. Usually we see on Icebox, it is just gonna be playing for retakes. But to get a pick like that is very essential for the team, for GXR or any other team in VCT. Because it would, like I said, it would definitely set the tone, set the face for the teams. Moving towards this is now a buy round for GXR with Trixx going for that Marshall and of course the Spectres for all of the other teams we are seeing. But Alter Egos, what a kill from the paint shells as well. They just accepted that. Tarathiel, though, she gets a kill, a pistol kill from that, a sheriff kill to be exact, a 4v4. Even playground for both of the teams right now.
I love they said that she just accepted that. You see a paint shells coming in right beneath your feet. It's like, all right, goodbye, cruel
take
world.
me. I'm done.
The rest of them, though, still with the sheriffs and one marshal. They're trying to find their way on towards the A site, but with all these specters lurking and looming around the corner, they have to be so careful. Spike will go down, but it's a 2v4. And Neri does find one, and Margot trades it back. 1v2 now. Can Margot actually pull this off?
Ooh, 2v1 situation. It is actually doable, but her position was given in already as Aya shuts her down, making this a 2-0. I mean, the bait and switch is definitely there. Also, how both of the teams, especially with GXR, the backup, definitely there. They also play for retakes because, as far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, as we are casters, we are seeing that they have that advantage of having these specters on towards them. And if you take a look, of course, with the sheriff versus a specter, and you know, in a 2v1 situation, all you have to do is wait and hide.
Exactly. I mean, you talk about numbers advantage. It is a 2v1, but the one thing that people don't really think about more often is that, yeah, 2v1, you get that extra firepower. It's an extra gun, right? But it's also information, and that's the team house buff coming in because they're next to each other. If one spots them out by around screens, the other can tell them, hey, she's around this one spot. Let's just go rush her. And that's kind of what they did. But coming to this round, though, this time, Trixx buying up a Vandal, instantly goes in for one headshot, and then backs off. This numbers advantage is so crucial, and it's happening again! A double kill this time! A triple! Oh my god!
The bait and switch, the triple kill from Trixx immediately punishes Alter Ego Celestè right off the bat. She also gets the heal. GXR looking so good right now for the defensive side. And also, I like to talk about how Trixx throws the paint shells in different spots each time. Alter Ego Celestè, as much as they want to push, it is stopped by the paint shells. They have to go back. They get tagged as well. Two of the players got immediately tagged. And it's such a punish that it changes the mindset of the team.
Exactly. I mean, paint shells, they cannot back up. They're basically walking into a crosshairs at this point. She's got a showstopper as well. Give her the ace.
Yeah, she wants the ace right at this point. Iceberg, she tags out Yaya, but Baby Aluka to secure the win. It's like, Trixx is just knifing her. It's like, why did you get my ace?
So I am curious about one thing, though, Eliza Taylor.
Yeah.
Should I call you Taylor? I don't know, but...
Whatever I say, okay. I always say that during in the afternoon, I'm Eliza. When it comes to the evening, it's Taylor.
Taylor. Okay, okay. Taylor works, but regardless, having been at the team house, how does GXR actually celebrate their wins? I mean, are they really loud? You know, I know some teams love to pop off, but others can be just, you know, all right, it's a win. I'm cool. I'm chill.
Let me tell you a story of how whenever they win and they get around, we're much noisier on the outside. We're just shouting nice, and they're like so chill about it. It's like they want to focus and they want to play it out. So that's how they celebrate. Very interesting because we're much more noisier. I don't know if we are because casters. We always shoutcast. That's probably why. And these are players, but this is a kill for GXR as Ivory shuts down Ineri. But on the other hand, the indirect trade from AEC as well.
My god, just look at how GXR positioned, in fact. I mean, we talk about casters celebrating and saying nice, but this is really nice. Trixx might have gotten traded off, but they get so much information off of this, and at this point, they know that it's going to be an A hit. The only thing is there anyone else lurking around? And that's going to be Iceberg somewhere towards the bottom of mid. They get the spike down, and then A Celestè immediately back off. They might not have the best buys, but getting this spike down in this round will give them a huge boost in economy.
On the other hand, picking up Trixx or taking Trixx out is actually a big opening for the team. As we can see, she is the fragger, but this is just a continuous diffuse from GXR. The trust between these players is definitely there. A 2v2 situation playing for post plant right now is AEC, but they just continue to diffuse without knowing the information towards both of the players from AEC. Now they're playing for time and just playing on this post plant position. She has to go out. Aya goes down in the hands of Iceberg. The problem was they kept continuing towards the defuse. They are just very confident in getting that defuse, that they have the trust on the other players, and that's also essential for the team. Also, on the other hand, it can be a double-edged sword because one of the players, as soon as they defuse, of course they can't shoot the gun. It's a man disadvantage, it's a woman disadvantage for the team, and not knowing the information on where the players from AEC are, it was definitely a problem. 3-1 right now. Quack.
That's right, a little bit overconfident, but you know what? It's not the worst thing in the world. They are still leading by 2 rounds, and this time they're playing a little bit more cautious. Not so much pushing out, although I am concerned about whatever's happening around mid. They're lurking inside the smokes. Still, though, the main force is up around B. The spike is up towards A, and Alter Ego Celeste are trying something really interesting here. It's kind of a default, but at the same time, they're trying to sell a fake. Look at the map. All the rotations from GXR have gone over to the B site.
Looking at it as well, a 1-to-1 trade happened on towards mid, and Neri getting a kill on Aluka. This is quite a difficult situation for the side of GXR, but as Ivory kills off Iceberg, that destroys just information that they can definitely get. The Lear comes in, Empress is up online, she sees Ivory, she gets the kill. Ayumi on the other hand, knives out for her. This is the plant, and it's all up to Trixx. She has the showstopper up, they know the information, they know where she is, and Neri just shuts her down with a triple kill on this round.
That can happen when you're feeling yourself. You know that you have the aim, but in a 1v3 situation, going for those aim duels can put you at a disadvantage. Unless you're just that good, even when you're that good, coming up with those peaks can kind of allow you to be tagged up. It slows down your movement speed, and Alter Ego Celeste are just so sharp that they will be able to find those headshots. So linear duels for GXR should not be the play, but let's see how they adapt in towards round number 6.
Ayumi right above tube, just waiting to see and getting information for the team as well. Margot on the other hand on towards mid. This is now blocking off mid, but Trixx ready to punish. She gets 1 kill on a Sheriff, but immediately being shot down by Ayumi. Yaya on the other hand with the frenzy burst down on towards Tarathiel. This is now a 3v4 situation as Aya, amazing lurk capability. Aluka pinning down 2 players with a classic. That's quite difficult for her. Yaya on the other hand receives the heal and putting down the slow orb. Yaya gets a kill with the Hunter's Fury as Ivory slowly pushes towards the side, and Aya shot down the last player. A thrifty round for GXR. Very interesting as this is a thrifty round, and also it seems like AEC had a problem on towards pushing as they get picked off, and also didn't expect the lurk from the players and the lurk from the other players from GXR as well. Moving towards round 7 though, it's a buy round for them again, but Margot seems like she only has the Spectre on her side. An immediate boombot.
Spectre, I guess, might not be the best tool, but she is there to support her teammates in terms of smokes. Still, though, you can see that Alter Ego Celeste are approaching this very carefully, trying to use the vertical angle, the height of the toxic screen to find a frag. And that's going to net Neri her first kill in this round.
Oh, the second kill comes in as well. A big opening for the side of AEC. Looking to find another one is Neri.
Still holding the angle allows for baby Aluka to just push up with a pre-aimed shot, and now we're back into a 3v4. GXR looking to take down the wall. They're kind of aware that there is a player lurking around mid, and that's going to be Margot, but they're looking to push in regardless. Control over yellow will be so crucial, but unfortunately the duels favor Iceberg as well as Tarathiel. Very well played by AEC, just using that cover, knowing how to maneuver around it, gives them the win.
Also with Iceberg waiting on towards yellow a while ago, it was a big hit for the team because GXR, if you've seen their point of view, it seemed like they're all looking towards B main or all looking towards B long, that they didn't see that there's someone who's able to punish them on yellow, and that was of course Iceberg just waiting for the right moment to peak, and it was a bait and switch for them. And looking at that, quite possibly it made the win
Whoa.
happen. The wall comes up on B.
This is a very nice wall because
Yeah.
if you were AEC, no way you peek it. If you do, you have no idea what's on the other side. But at the very least, this allows for GXR to kind of creep up a little. They guarantee that no one's pushing past it any further. And then now Alter Ego Celeste are just taking all this time to think for a second. Right? Do we still want to push into B? Or what is the play? A? Mid?
First, I would say that they are looking for picks. Once they get the pick, they are ready to punish the team as slowly moving towards B. Trixx doesn't have the information yet, but he
Whoa.
sees one. The headshot comes in. Iceberg goes down.
Showstopper.
The showstopper. This might hurt
Oh!
the players on towards AEC. It connects on Ineri. And they still have the rest.
Wow.
They were able to use it.
Okay, so it's kind of like an alt for an alt, but the more important thing is that A Celeste, getting all that space, is able to push up, plant the wall down, and then plant the spike. Trixx falls this time, but the rest of the team, still alive, still with the sheriffs, are looking to push in. They're encroaching in on the positions, but Margot is prepping her paranoia as well. Cloudburst goes up, and then she goes in. She's looking to spray them down, but Iceberg with the Hunter's Fury actually picks up a double. Tarathiel now trying to find all these kills. She gets the double, and then they secure their spike. They make sure that GXR won't be able to defuse it.
Such a good rest and decision making coming in from AEC as that rest from Iceberg, knowing that he got the kill from the Hunter's Fury. She has her ultimate up and online that they can definitely use for the post plant once they do it. Very good rest coming in from AEC. And with GXR, it seemed like it wasn't eco. They did a punish, and it made AEC made it basically more expensive for the team.
Yeah, it was a little bit expensive, but they're still buying back. So this round will be very important for AEC, but then again, having the spike down is just so economically effective for them. So they're trying to play a little bit more careful. There was a Viper's Pit that is deployed around green. So GXR has quite a bit of map control right now. The only thing is, if AEC can actually break apart mid, break apart A, GXR will be in a bit of a backwards position. They need to rotate all the way around back from B. Still though, a little bit careless. Ayumi up around the top of, I believe that's around Nest. She's going to get taken out by Baby Alka. Tarathiel, though, regardless, just pushes in, finds another headshot. Aya makes it a trade. Now it's all up to Baby Alka. She gets a little bit more information. That's the spy carrier. She wants to down her.
3v3 situation right now. 33 HP for Iceberg, the fake from Baby Aloka, and the rest comes in for Yeya. Now, with a disadvantage on towards AEC, they need to find the perfect position, and this is Trixx being sandwiched. There was a lurk immediately and no information at all for the side of GXR, but as they slowly move towards B, they don't have anything on where AEC is located. The plant of the spike definitely there, and the ultimate being used actually to TP on CT.
Very far off though, and the GXR players are already on the site itself, but it's not even necessary. Tarathiel and Iceberg just finding back-to-back headshots. It's all left to Aya, and she's unable to deal with this. So sharp, so crisp, and Margot is so slippery. I mean, whether it's pushing or lurking around mid, she's able to creep up, and then just catching Trixx off guard like that really gave them control over the B site.
Definitely true. Trixx wasn't able to punish any player at all because she didn't know that it was already a lurk and a flank coming in from Margot. Very sneaky. Aside from that, do you think that ultimate was quite essential at that point?
It can be effective, but I don't know if CT spawn was the right place. It's really, really far away from wherever GXR were. But at the very least, it kind of gives them that doubt, like, okay, there might be someone behind us. That's why we have to push in really, really aggressive. But whatever it is, AEC are pushing really, really aggressive in towards the A side as well. They recognize that GXR don't quite have enough money to buy in this round, and they're banking on their aim. They're banking on their guns to make sure that we can take these duels head on.
Margot gets Ivory out of this round already. Iceberg, on the other hand, they already saw where Aya is because of that recon. And now, just to finish things off, it's just a cleanup operation for the side of AEC whenever they punish GXR. The thing is also, going towards A, they know that GXR won't actually duel them. It's quite obvious that it's only Trixx whenever she's on A side that does the duel with the aim duel and aim punishes on towards AEC, but usually they just play for retakes. And with this comfortability coming in from AEC on taking sites, they can or they have the space to make that post plant positions.
Exactly. I mean, GXR, they're trying to kind of just play a little bit more safe. Like, it's okay if they get the spike down, we can still play retakes, we have the numbers advantage. But the thing is, Alter Ego Celeste are just so comfortable, especially because they were on an eco. But this time around, Margot finding the opening pick up towards Kitchen, that controls mid, and then now pushing in towards yellow. It's all up to Ivory to stop this, but she won't be able to deal with a Neri. Spike might have been dropped, but she can just retrieve it as quick. It's all up to Yeya and Alika, who are back around site. They managed to take Margot down, so it's a 2v2, very doable.
The thing is, if Margot does it over and over, again and again, with those flanks, it is already expected by GXR. That's why she got punished. Ayumi, on the other hand, killing Baby Aluka and Eneri just to finish things off. AEC is still looking strong as of this moment. Even if they had quite a difficult first few rounds because of the pistol round, honestly.
Yeah, like, of all the players to be left alive, it's a Neri and a Yumi, who are, you know, the strongest aimers, the strongest fraggers on the side of AEC. Once they have the spike down, it's just a matter of aiming and flicking for them. And although GXR are really smart, you know, Baby Alka was able to predict Margot's positioning, they're still somehow unable to fight and take these aim duels against AEC. So this time around, hyper aggressive. Blade Storm is pulled out. They're going on towards A, and GXR are just banking on the post plants, the retakes, the Hunter Furies to stop the plant from coming in. It still went down though, so full 5v5 now. GXR, I think they can do this.
Yeya was able to tag 2 players, and this is also the flank coming in. If you can flank, we can also flank. As Big Alika shuts down Ayumi with her knives, looking for another one, but Margot shuts them down immediately. A triple kill even, and just a cleanup operation coming in from AEC. What a play!
What the heck was that from Margot? She got a quick triple? Where did that even come from? I was so happy that GXR, Baby Alka, was leading in the charge with the Blade Storm, but somehow it just wasn't enough. You talked about it. You guys can flank. We can flank too. But Margot is like, nah. You guys can flank, but so what? You know, I'm right behind you.
Flanking.
Exactly. Wow.
I'm the top 1 flanker. Please, guys, stop.
Please. Sit down. Take a seat.
The triple kill definitely made it happen for the side of AEC. They were able to get that round immediately. And quite fast, to be honest.
Man, so now, at the end of the first half, this is an 8-4. Very dangerous for GXR, because if AEC wins this, 9-4, and then they win the next, it's a potential 10-4. But starting things off, it's going to be Trixx with yet another headshot at the start of the pistol round, looking very good, very healthy. Baby Alika continuing to push on as well. They want control over this A site. The Toxic Scream will just make it that much more difficult for Alter Ego Celeste to come in to stop the plant.
Spike planted.
There goes the plan and the retake coming up for AEC, but this is a disadvantage for the team as they only have 2 players remaining. Margot trying to get a pin, and she gets 1 actually, but very low on HP, both of the players. And GXR moves back. They know what position they might or they should take. And Ivory just shuts 1 player down as Yeya continues to punish AEC and gets the round. Very essential. Whenever I cast games, whenever I cast Valorant, I would say, yes, the first few rounds, especially the first pistol round, is essential. But moving towards the latter half, where everything is crucial, the points are crucial, this is the most important round of the game.
Exactly. I mean, winning this for GXR gives them the economy, like what you're seeing right now. They're buying up Spectres to go into the next round and potentially push this into an 8-6. So it just makes it that much more easy for them to claw their way back into the game, turn this into an 8-8, and then maybe go even further. But you have to consider they're playing against Alter Ego Celeste. This is a team that is so sharp. Every single one of them can frag, and they are so confident because look at what they're doing. They're buying up. Most teams would save, but these girls are going with marshals and sheriffs. Not just one marshal either, not two, but three. Who does this?
It's a meta. It's a meta right now, and they are making use of it. And to be honest, it's quite a very good decision making coming in from them, knowing that teams can be or can quite be afar, but a triple stack and very, very closely.
It's the firing
playing
squad.
Towards.
It's the firing
It's like when you come out, you just expect everyone to have marshals. And the thing is, it works.
Oh my god!
Harry even gets one. If one picks, you see how fast you can go and you can just move out with the marshal. It definitely works out, especially if they only have specters to play with from afar. But once GXR pushes towards the site, that's the time it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, with three marshals, that's gonna be about like ammo count because you only got 5 shots and the reload takes quite a bit. But Iceberg looking around mid right now gets information. They know it's gonna be a B hit. It all comes down to whether or not they can actually block off the site because Ayumi is already pushing in. Tarathiel stops the plant from happening, and then one more shot, she connects it on towards Yaya. Oh, that's a headshot. What the heck?
Was there a scope?
No,
I
it
don't
wasn't.
even know if there was a no scope. Even with the recon, she didn't scope anymore.
What? This is a forced buy. Alter Ego Celeste. They are not giving up. Yaya's not giving up either, though. Spike might be dropped, but she has a Spectre, and it's Iceberg who comes around the other side of yellow. She steals it away, and what should have been an 8-6 became a 9-5.
The anti-eco definitely worked. The triple marshal. Look at
There it
this
is.
quick replay.
It's not a scope. It's a no scope.
I thought I just glitched for a moment, looking at how fast she scopes, but it was obviously a no scope. What a kill! What a shot! That's the power of the marshal, the meta of the marshal, that it's so accurate and it just loads up fast compared to a sheriff.
Yeah, and then you think it was really effective in the last round. Take a look at what's going to happen this round because they don't have shields. A single shot will be enough to kill them as long as Ayumi connects it. Look, that was a body shot. She gets one, dashes away, the rest of her team pushes in. It's a Neri and she's looking for those frags. She has a Vendel as well. GXR have to be so careful here. I know they want the wins. I know they want the weapons, but they cannot afford to peek Alter Ego Celeste in this duel. And Neri will just find another.
Oh, the lurk
Trixx?
coming in! Oh, one of the players actually shot down players after players as well, but Margot, the #1 flank of VCT Game Changers, definitely here to finish things off. What a round! Also, with the save from Ayumi, just using the Marshal still, with the operator on the hands of Alter Ego Celeste on the defense, oof. It's
This
gonna be a
is-
pain.
It's
in the
so
eyes.
fun to watch. I mean, okay, we have a lot of different, star players in the VCT Game Changers Southeast Asia Series, the FSL VALORANT circuit, but we have Clutch Variety. We got Trixx, who basically is like a jack of all trades, can coach, can frag, can in-game lead, and everything else. Can even cast, by the way.
Yeah, she can also be an analyst, a caster. Maybe next time she's gonna be a prod. But speaking of Trixx,
Oh my
she
God.
goes down on the
We
hands of
have-
Inari.
And Neri, the best fragger in the entire circuit. And then now we got Margot, who's like this goddess of flanking, as you so aptly dub her. It's just so tough for GXR right now. But the goddess will fall from the heavens because of Ivory. This might just open up the B site.
It's a good opening, but I think it's not yet enough for the team.
Oh,
This
they're trying to
Viper
fake.
wall would definitely help out, and the fake that you were talking about, Quack.
Look
She
at
can
this.
hold this angle and just lurk towards A as no one.
So
They
smart.
left A side completely. Aside from Ayumi with the operator, she might be able to get a pick. They realize it is a fake.
But with an operator, I don't think she has the vision. Baby Alka shuts one down. It's back to a 4v3 now. And GXR have just pulled up one of the smartest plays that I've ever seen. They're going in for it. Inari, though, they have to watch out for her. She immediately dismisses away. She picks up one. She picks up the double. And then she's looking for Yaya, who takes her down. It's a 1v2. Tarathiel swings around the other side of Maze. They spot her out. She takes them down, though. And then Yaya closes it. It's a triple for this girl. And she wins the 6th round for her team.
Shouldn't have happened that too much players from GXR actually was pinned down, but that's the beauty of Inari and the beauty of using Arena. Once you get a kill, you can just immediately dismiss yourself and just get a new position. Not giving a chance for a refrag at least for the players of GXR.
Exactly. My god, she instantly pressed that button that dismissed so quick. But whatever it is, it's Alter Ego Celeste, but Yaya was the one that took it home. And right now, with the full bias on both sides, maybe with the exception of Iceberg, who is on a Sheriff, and Ayumi on her Blade Storm, GXR being a little bit more careful about this. Baby Alka has her Blade Storm up as well. They want to push in towards B. Margot is the only one on this site, but look at your mini-map. Alter Ego Celeste are clearing out mid. This could set up for a very big pincer maneuver.
It is essential that no one dies off GXR, especially Ivory, because she has the Viper's Pit. And this is such a big round for the team. But if AE or A Celeste managed to pick them off one by one this easily, that's such a big problem. The TP from above and Margot to close things off with a triple kill as well. Such a very clean retake coming in from this team. 4 players still alive.
I am stunned, Eliza. I am so stunned.
I don't know how that happened. It was almost a picture perfect scene for GXR as they were able to put up the Viper's Pit and get their positions. But the gameplay, the game sense from the team, with the Viper's Pit, okay, with the Viper's Pit on towards B side that we just saw, they didn't want to pursue in going inside the Viper's Pit. What they did was actually get picks way above. This is the beauty of having that Omen TP, having Ayumi fly around.
Oh my god. Ooh, but flying around will not happen anymore for Ayumi because of Baby Alaka. Still though, they are adamant at stopping and resisting this A site push from GXR. It's going to be Iceberg who finds the second one. Gets healed up as well. Inari towards the back though, holding the angles. They're trying to be very careful about this. They want to let them in and then push in while the spike is getting planted. But GXR are just a little bit safer. The wall goes up, shock darts happen, but the plant will go through regardless. Now Baby Alaka with the operator is able to find one, finds the second as well. Inari wants to push in, but with such low HP, she has to be very cautious. Aya just absolutely shuts her down.
The thing is, with these two teams, even a Thrifty, even with Sheriffs, anything is possible. As long as you peek one and you get a tag, it's more of the battle of the flanks and all those positioning after a post plant that make plays happen.
I'm very curious to know what the team comms are for the side of GXR right now, because we talk about the flanks, right? And Margot has been doing it so often. Alter Ego Celeste, the rest of the team as well. Playing on defense, they like to push. They're pushing down mid right now. And I think Trixx, because of the years of experience that she has, she's probably telling the team, watch the flanks, watch the back. As soon as they do that though, Tarathiel just goes in real quick, finds one, and then backs off.
Oh, a big pick for GXR with Inari being pinned down. I was actually curious, but this is the rest coming up, and also Trixx with the showstopper. It didn't connect, but they were able to go inside the site and plant the spike right now. This is a 5 versus 4. The rest comes up for the side of AEC. And also, it was the safest position that Inari was in because she was holding backside, but she goes down again. That's 2 deaths in one game. It must hurt for the team as well, as she is also the fragger of the team.
Still though, They have 3 players remaining. Margot has her paranoia, throws it out, but Trixx was not blinded. They managed to get 2 quick kills, but Ayumi's the last one left alive. She's coming in from heaven, and Yeya spots her out completely. Shock dart in. Ayumi just pushes, but she gets down anyway. Yeya is so ready for this, and she wants to put her team back on par to an 11-11. It's an 11-8 right now, so 3 rounds is all it takes.
Ayumi obviously wanted to use the unequipped time. That is the time where, of course, pulling out a skill and you have to get your gun back. That's the unequipped time. So she wanted to use that. That's why she pushed. But she didn't get the headshot immediately. So obviously, with a very low HP, that's going to be a difficult position for her in a 2v1 situation as well. Slowly but surely, GXR getting those rounds back that they need, and AEC forced on an eco in a broken buy right now.
And that's why they have to be careful. I mean, you said it all. Ayumi wanted to do that. This time she wants to pull off a Bucky combo. A Neri just going in for those peaks to lure GXR in. But if they don't clear the corner, Ayumi's going to be pulling off that little off-angle shot. But GXR are so prepared. I mean, look at what they're doing. They're very careful about how they approach this. They take the firefight to GXR.
Well, there you go.
They take it to... She finds one, tries to dash away, now uses her Cloud Burst. What? Picks up a double, goes around the back, wants to find a Vandal. She picks it up, but Trixx and Yeya are so much smarter, just spraying into it. And Neri coming out the other side, though. What stops the spike planter? Tries to shoot even more, but thankfully, Ivory will be there to save the day. GXR coming back. It's 9-11.
You know what's funny on towards that round? I was like, oh, Ayumi's getting the shots. She's connecting the Bucky shots. And then by the time she wanted to pick up that Vandal, that's the time she died. It's like,
oh my!
it works even in normal games, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, such a nice skin. Then you die.
And then you die. It's kind of like an RPG like Dark Souls, if anyone knows. It's a mimic. It's one of those treasure chests that like, hey, that looks good. But as soon as you go near it, it's a trap. It's a trap! And picking up that Vandal cost her. Trixx, Ivory, they were just smarter. They didn't even have to see her picking up the Vandal. They just knew. And they sprayed in that one general direction. They get the kill, and instantly just going back in to respond to AEC. I mean, AEC are sharp. They are smart. But GXR are just as smart, and they are reacting very, very quickly. This is very impressive. We're now in towards a 9-11. It's only 2 more rounds before GXR start to claw their way back and even up the score.
Such a close contact composition type for AEC as well. Whenever GXR pushes, this is the difference for both of the teams. GXR, they wait on CT, wait for the retakes. But AEC is always close contact and ready to punish the team. Sometimes it works out, but sometimes not.
You're absolutely right. I mean, we saw how Ayumi was positioned. None of them are like always hanging around the back. They're always somewhere towards the further choke points of the site. And that can be a good thing, but sometimes it's also a bad thing if you lose the duels. Close range duels are kind of almost always 50-50, unless, you know, you're just that good at, even if you're that good at aiming, actually, because it all comes down to fire rate and whoever starts shooting first. But this time around, GXR, they're trying to pull off a smart play. Toxic screen up towards B. They want to go in, but Margot just slaps one down. And it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get the spike planted. Ivory going in to support her teammates. The Lear comes out. They need to find those duels, but no! It's all up to Trixx, who is up around mid. And Alter Ego Celeste just expect it.
Aside from the expectation for the team, the thing is, like I said a while ago, Alter Ego Celeste, they go for close contact. And almost always, they are on site and ready to go for the aim duels whenever GXR pushes. The thing is, a while ago on that round, when GXR pushed, Aya just immediately puts up the wall. They didn't even check, or they didn't matter. It doesn't matter for them whenever or wherever the team or the players of Alter Ego Celeste are. And the thing is, when you put up the wall, of course the unequipped time, and also you having your hands around and not having your gun out, it is a position where an immediate pick is gonna happen. And that is exactly what happened. Moving towards this, it seems like it's gonna be a fast push on GXR. With the knives out for Baby Aluka, Ayumi was able to get a kill with that operator.
Wow.
Oh, the push
Look
in!
at this. Ooh! Double. Now she's looking for the next one. Has the knives, and it's such a useful tool at cutting people right underneath their knees. The spike has, well, it wants to be planted, but Iceberg is looking to deny it. Still though, with Baby Alka leading the charge, finding 2 frags, all of a sudden, AE Celeste are left with 2 instead of 3.
They know where the players plant and where it is located. Throwing in those shock darts, but it doesn't connect actually. Very low on HP is Iceberg now, but this Aldrone can definitely help into getting those information that they actually need. The double peek, is it gonna happen? Tarantiel goes out and kills Baby Aluka.
Last player standing.
A 1v1 situation, paint shells coming up. Will it connect? The push expected by Trixx, but Iceberg wins the duel with a triple kill. Alter Ego Celeste takes game number 1 with this defuse. 5 HP, bro.
Defenders
5 HP! Iceberg! Just narrowly surviving. Trixx almost had it. It's that close. But unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. 12-9 is the end of the score, but that was very close. That was very close. You saw a lot of rounds where GXR were trying to adapt and take down the Alter Ego Celeste plays, but there is a reason why Alter Ego Celeste picked this map in the first place. I mean, they've been playing it for, the past 2 days, so I'm not surprised. You know what? It's perfectly fine, but I am very impressed that this went almost the full 13-11 rounds. The next one, that's going to be more interesting because that will be Galaxy Racer's map pick.
Exactly what I wanted to say. It was AEC who picked Icebox as their map, and they showed off with how great they are. The communication as well for the team, and the flanks definitely there for Mac. You obviously saw it. The top flanker in VCT Game Changer, the goddess of flank, Margot. And also aside from that, even if she doesn't flank, she was able to frag out of her mind. During the first half, it seemed like she was 3-7. That's the last time I saw what her score was. And then, the next few rounds, when there's a tab and the scores are shown and the kills are shown, it is suddenly 10-11. I mean, what is happening? Margot was on fire. And Neri also, as the fragger, whenever she gets pinned out or whenever she gets tagged out immediately, that's the time that AEC has some sort of a bit of a problem on their hands, but they still able to manage it on the latter half because of the aim duels and the punishes that they make towards GXR.
I mean, these girls are just all so smart. You talk about Alter Ego Celeste, and the one play that really stood out to me was that I think about round 20-something, GXR Ivory, she used her Viper's Pit in towards the B side, and you know what I'm talking about.
True. Yeah.
She wanted to make a play happen. Most guys, and I say guys when they're playing, they're thinking with testosterone. They want to go into the Viper's Pit to find those duels, but Margot and Alter Ego Celeste are so smart. You mentioned it. They played above, and that is something that I've never seen before. What a way to take down a Viper's Pit. They actually made it work, and they didn't even use that much utility. It was just like, okay, I'm gonna teleport up above of yellow. Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. And the knives definitely helped out with Ayumi having those blade storms up and online. She was able to go up the sky, just see the heads of the team of GXR, and just it's done.
It's done. Just
Viper's Pit, not a problem at all,
Exactly.
But definitely true, like you said, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And looking at how GXR play that, this is a team that goes for immediately, even on the first half, that they just want to diffuse, tap it, whatever happens, I'm just gonna tap it. It's the same way as they plant. Whenever they go for the attackers, just plant it. And the thing is, AEC is just everywhere in the map, everywhere in the site, that it becomes a problem. So during that time, if maybe it is much a cleaner look for GXR into taking on sites, it might be even, or in some sort of way, they might have a chance to actually take the game. But Alter Ego Celeste, they're just the stronger team this time around.
At least for this time. So again, Icebox was a Celeste map pick. Next one will be the question mark, because that's going to be Ascent, another map that actually a Celeste are fairly strong on, but the fact that GXR picked it is a very big statement. They want to challenge Alter Ego Celeste, so very exciting. It's going to be a big one, and of course you get to hear Eliza Taylor casting it, so don't go away guys, we'll be gone for a quick break, but after that, Ascent with Alter Ego Celeste versus GXR.
Upper bracket finals here in the Valorant Game Changers, and we are still here. We are your casters. Hey, I'm Taylor. With me is Hey, I'm Quack. I just want to ask though, what's the name of the duck behind you? I'm very curious.
Someone asked that in our Discord group chat earlier. I think it was Tanya, and I was like trying to think what's a good name. I don't know. I just went with Chungus Quack because it's a huge duck.
Chungus duck. Okay.
Chungus Quack.
I see you, and also I see the comments. Hey, I'm Quack. I actually see them saying that you are a legit gamer and you're a real gamer just because of the
That
Ethernet
one little-
cable. Yeah, that cable. You know, a real gamer when you see how much he tried just to get that connection.
It's
Towards
all
his
about
PC.
that smooth, sweet connection. You want that low number MS, low ping.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
who cares about good food or any of this? Just give me a nice keyboard, nice mouse, nice
No
LAN cable.
aesthetics. Yeah, no aesthetics. I just wanna wrap around the cable and towards my room just to get that internet connection. You know, it's important. We have to get that good ping on towards our ranked games. But seriously speaking, though, this is a best of 3 series that we are seeing. If people just tuned in right now, it's Alter Ego Celeste versus GXR. Look at the statistics that we are looking at right now. It's not too far off, honestly, when it comes to the duelist Baby Aluka as the MVP for the side of GXR with 19 kills, 259 combat score, and a 1.3 KDA. Not too far off for Ineri.
Absolutely not. I mean, this is as close as it gets. It just shows you that GXR, despite having lost 13-9, in terms of frags, they're actually fairly close. Alter Ego Celeste, though, I mean, they're just a bit sharper. 24.5 headshot percentage? That is insane. That is... That means that they hit so many headshots, and 11-7 frag wins. They're winning a lot of these aim duels, and sometimes that can be the thing that nets them the wins. The adaptations, though, from GXR, the reason why they even went into 13-9 in the first place is because they are just so smart, so fast at adapting and coming up with counter strats that sometimes Alter Ego Celeste, they actually get caught off guard, but that's still a loss for them in this first map. The second map is the thing that I'm thinking about. It's Ascent. And why? Tell me why. Why did GXR pick Ascent?
Well, thinking about it, and also in our notes as well, that GXR from the past series or for the past matches that they had with Ascent, they're really having a rough time around playing on the attacker side. And that's the time that's why we call them the comeback queens or some sort, because they always go for the overtimes, they always go for the comebacks as well. But last time I saw them play Ascent, attacker side looks pretty good to me, and also it's such a punish. I think it was a 13-4 score line on towards Ascent the last time I saw it, and it is quite obvious that GXR is working on that attacker side of them, and it's working out for them. The map selection just shows that they are quite comfortable and they are ready to take the battle on Ascent.
Absolutely. I mean, there has to be a reason why. I'm not quite entirely sure what it is. Maybe Trixx will, text you or call you and let us know what it is later.
Call me right now, Trixx. Why pick map Ascent?
That'll be hilarious if she actually calls you in the middle of this broadcast.
Players messaging me, OMG, I'm shaking. Shout outs to Ivory, by the way. It's like, you guys can do it. Let's go. Let's go.
That's just so cute. But, I mean, they have some set plays in mind. They did pick Ascent against another team, Asteria, in the very first day of playoffs, I believe. And they actually won 13-5. That is quite a fast game. I mean, 13-5 5, that's only about 18 rounds. GXR, they should be prepared for this. They picked it for a reason, but I am quite scared because guess what? I mean, the entire FSL Valorant circuit and Alter Ego Celeste, they have about 100, not about, they have a full-on 100% win rate
100%?
on Ascent. That's 14 maps that they've played on Ascent, and every single time they win.
It seems like GXR wants to make a statement right now, here, today. A historical moment. If ever GXR wins this map, gonna just destroy the statistics. Or maybe it's the plan all along. Hey, I'm Quack. You know, thinking about, oh, they have 100% win rate on Ascent. Maybe we should take a look and make it about 90 this time.
Yeah, that's what we make about 90. It's that the whole thing,
try
like,
it.
in the prison yard, you want to take down the biggest,
The biggest
baddest
boss,
person.
yes.
Yeah. And then after that, it's just the rest of it, who cares? We got that one win. It's good enough. But yeah, it's not going to be easy, I think, for GXR.
The battle starts as soon as the players or the teams pick their map selection towards this game on a best of 3. And knowing that Breeze is the next map, if ever we go on a 1-1 score, that's gonna be quite interesting too, because GXR never played Breeze yet on FSL, if I'm not mistaken, and on Game Changers as well. So we're about to see some pretty exciting games, or pretty exciting plays on towards this map that we are about to see. Or maybe it's gonna be a 2-0. Who knows?
Do you think it's going to be a 2-0? I'm hoping for the third map, but what do you think?
I mean, it's good games. I wouldn't say that I don't want the third map. I don't want to see the third map. And also at the same time, it's good for the storyline, Crack. Think about it. You know,
Yeah.
Alter Ego Celeste being shut down a series for today.
That would be
That'd
so
a
good.
good story.
Very fun to talk about. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, just thinking about the possibilities, the agent compositions that might be pulled out. We saw Trixx, you know, going for Raze several times now, especially on maps like Icebox, but she has also been known to play Jet, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes, that's definitely true, and she is a good Jet player, a good fragger indeed, as an individual. Like I said a while ago, and I still stand by it, that Trixx is a mechanically gifted player on CS, from CS all the way from CS on towards Valorant and shifting towards this game. It is quite obvious. She carried me to Immortal, man. That's why I'm very... This is very close to my heart. She carried me through Immortal with the Jet. But seriously speaking, though, on towards that first map that we saw a while ago, she had a pretty good first half. But on the latter half, she gets picked off immediately by the players of Alter Ego Celeste. And that's exactly what they wanted to do. Pick out or take out the duelist or the fragger for the team.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not just Trixx either. Okay, so she is probably going to go for that Jet pick. But watching Aya yesterday in their match against Renatus White, Aya was really, really sharp. I mean, she might not have gotten like crazy multi frags, but her flicks are very, very much so on point. I mean, just even the opening picks on towards the site on a map like Haven, Aya has been really, really sharp. Meanwhile, Alter Ego Celeste, again, you have to talk about it. 100% win rate. The way that they've been playing so far in this FSL Valorant Open 5, Ayumi has been going with KO. And even though they didn't go with that on Icebox, now on towards Ascent, this is going to be very interesting. KO, you talk about the knife a lot, it's the suppression blade. It can nullify pushes, it can stop abilities from being activated, but it gets you information as well. Okay, nope, she's gonna go for Jet as well.
You got debated, bro.
I got debated.
It's like, yeah, let the casters talk about KO for a bit, but we're not gonna pick it at
Clicks
all.
away.
Just with 1 second remaining, it's like, nope, I'm gonna pick Jet. And that's what's up for the both of the teams that we are seeing. As usual, Sova picks very essential on a map like Ascent, and it's almost never that we see no Sova at all in this map. And going back to the performance of the teams. Of course, obviously, with the top team right now, Alter Ego Celeste, they're still looking pretty strong. With the aim duels, they punish players, they punish GXR completely. On the other hand, when it comes to strategic and also technicalities, considering the maps, I think GXR has quite an advantage also with regards to how I've seen them personally work on this map.
So maybe you can share some of those personal things with us. But anyway, for now, I do want to say that Alter Ego Celeste, on their defensive side, they are very fond of pushing into B main like what you're seeing right now. It's a Neri plus Iceberg, and they are looking for control over this one site. But GXR actually going in with an A split instead. So that early aggression, maybe it pays off, maybe it doesn't, but let's see how Alter Ego Celeste responds to this.
Oh, the smoke. It's like a combination of the two, but Tarathiel, only a few seconds for that jet smoke to dissipate, and she sees one. She gets a headshot. Trixx was reloading. She wasn't able to refrag immediately or help out her teammate, but she was able to take it anyway. Ayumi, on the other hand, just on point Iceberg to help things out. And the last player remaining, Baby Aluka, has the turret still, but knowing that they have no information where Baby Aluka is, she can definitely use this opportunity. Oh, whoa,
Wow.
the headshot.
It's nice, but she is down to 20 HP. And Neri knows exactly where she is, takes out the turret, and then the final headshot to put the nail in the coffin. Alter Ego Celeste takes away the pistol round. I mean, we talked about the headshot percentage, but Alter Ego Celeste are just showing it even further. Every single shot is always so crisp, so sharp, so good.
Here's Ayumi again with the Marshall. And
What?
looking at the players of GXR, they have no armors at all. So a one shot, one kill for the team if ever they are spot out by Ayumi. It seems like they would go for a split, honestly. Three
My
players on
God.
A. I know, I kind of know what's happening right now. They want to get Aya to grab the orb because it's so essential, especially with the Phoenix pick, knowing that this is the agent that wasn't nerfed when it comes to the orb. They have to get that orb.
And I think they could.
you know, guessing.
Probably, because looking at how I'm guessing Galaxy Racer, they've probably studied past VODs of how Alter Ego Celeste play this map. They should know that B main is a site that they have to be careful of. On the other hand, A main can be fairly open. Tarathiel is the one who plays on the A site, sometimes accompanied by Margot, but she almost never pushes into A main. She's always hanging around the back, maybe around Heaven, maybe around Generator, and her job really is to just get information, slow them down with the smokes, and that's about it. She gets information and then calls for a team to rotate if necessary, but no control over A main, and that means that Aya can and will be able to get that Altor.
Also, I like that Aluka was back on the Sentinel role. She also gets the frags as well. A good fragger indeed for the team. And with the Sentinel role, it is essential for a Sentinel to stay alive, get that information, prepare for the flanks. And maybe it will all work out in the end for GXR, but AEC getting that first round can be quite distracting indeed.
Wow. Well, there we go. At the very least, we can confirm that Aya has picked up the Altor. Now she's backing up.
Oh, that hurts.
Ooh. The teams, yeah. In towards B main they go, and Alter Ego Celeste just looking to push them off. Oh my god. And it actually allows for Ayumi to find one as well. But they fire back, and Ayumi gets taken out. Tarathiel now just trying to spray down in towards mid link. Galaxy Racer, I hate to say it, but they're kind of stuck in that one spot.
Kinda stuck is definitely the word, because Baby Aluka was really, literally stuck, and AEC didn't even want to back down. They used all their utilities just to punish her. And Trixx was just trying to help. You know how players like, I was just trying to help. Please, let me go. AEC wasn't up for that.
Oh my gosh, not at all. AEC, aggressive, controlled, and they want to take this map away. They don't want it to go into Breeze. And I think there's a very good reason why, but at the very least right now, it's going to be AEC, and Ayumi is up again with her shenanigans. She could have bought something else, but she bought up a Bucky. Meanwhile, GXR having lost. They're going to buy in with a full buy. Can this actually be a 2-1?
I mean, look at this. On to the third round, even though the GXR lost, Aya was able to pick up those orbs, and he only needs one. One kill, and she can have that run it back up and online. They don't know the info that there's someone waiting on B main.
Ooh, this would
Then
be
this
big.
is Eneri.
They might not know that. I think they're suspecting it, but the bigger thing that I'm thinking about is market. Look at what's happening from Aya as well as
Bait and
Trixx right
switch.
now. They're going in from the other side. They are able to take down Iceberg and Inari. Bait and switch, just like you said. Very nice. But now they have to retrieve the spike and then get it planted on B. Meanwhile, Tarathiel actually pushes up now. It's a 3v2 retake, and AEC have all the information in the world.
Tarathiel still has
Oh,
that
wow, she's
smoke,
actually doing
and
it.
this is the run it back immediately being used just to find the players. And I think Aya should go on faster and trying to figure out where the players of AEC is located. Trixx was able to pin one, and this is the double trouble. Aya and Trixx connection, but Trixx being shut down. It's now up to Aya. And this is a waiting game for both of the teams. Aya was able to get the 4K. And just like that, GXR was able to take one round away from AEC. Look at her, Quack. Think about it. She just used her run it back, and now she has two orbs.
That is just so good. My god, prepare for trouble, make it double. Galaxy Racer knew exactly how to play that post plan. I mean, it was a 2v3. I'll be honest, I was a little bit scared for them. But after they actually used the run it back and everything to secure information, ensure that Tarathiel wouldn't be able to do her stuff up around market, it really looked good. It is so sharp, especially when they peeked out around stairs. But here we go. It's going to be a 2-1 score. Now into the fourth round, and they're looking to secure this momentum even further. Still, though, they have to be wary. The smokes have gone out around a main, and that is a very deep one that blocks it out. But Trixx, okay, updraft, spots out the turret, but doesn't quite find anything else.
They managed to use one knife, actually, and Aluka just picks out Iceberg with a headshot. Just like that. Oh,
Wow.
Mary, though, with the paint shells coming in as well, this would connect. She gets the
No
kill,
way.
and now the showstopper, but it was immediately stopped by Aya, the real showstopper.
The real showstopper, and now she's looking for even more, looking to push in towards the B side. Tarathiel wants to stop it though, has to be hot because she gets a little bit of heat and fire from Market. It's Margot who stops this continuous push, and now Trixx is the last one left alive. Wants to get the spike down, but has to be cautious about the other two players. She looks to peek into Margot, again with the unequipped animation, but Margot was prepared.
Man, that was scary, though. She made use of the time that the turret wouldn't be able to pick up her scent, basically. But it didn't connect. The shot, unfortunately, didn't connect for her. And it is what it is. 3-1. AEC taking the lead, a 2-round lead. They have to be really careful on towards how AEC actually plays out B main. Because it's quite obvious that this is a crossfire they're looking at. And also the punish coming in for the team. Aluka with a headshot on that Sheriff, though, making a statement.
That would be great. I mean, you talked about it. Aggression from B main, and AC are very fond of doing it. They kept on doing it. In fact, Aneri was the one who picked up quite a nasty number of kills with the showstopper as well. But this time, Alka just goes in for that one shot with the Sheriff, instantly turns things around. It's a 4v4 now, but GXR wants to push in towards A main.
This is the lockdown being used. And Margot just waiting on a short if someone comes in. And Ayumi, though, with a triple kill. And of course, Margot to set things down. Set the stone down. We got this. 4-1. AEC takes the lead. The 3-round lead is definitely there. Two of their duelists right now popping off with a 6-3 KD. And GXR trying to find a way to punish.
It's incredible what AEC are capable of pulling off. I mean, it might have looked a little bit odd for Margot to stay in that one position around Hell and just to continue shooting in that corner when no one was there, but she was really trying to wall bang the lockdown. I'm not sure if it was destroyed, but with all that fire, it actually kind of let her team push up as well. They found the frags and they won the round. This time, though, GXR back with another buy. They want control over mid. And AE are aware of this, so they're trying to play around that as well. You see the dark cover from Tarathiel, and she doesn't want to let them push in towards Guarded. But the run it back is active, and it looks to stop him. Trixx, though, comes in off of that one.
You're busy. I got you.
Well played by Trixx, but Margot was not there. They didn't expect her to be there. She fires 2 quick headshots. Yay is the last one left alive.
My god.
Enemy remaining.
Wait, Aya is 82 HP. She's on A.
She used her run it back already, but the paranoia definitely connected on that. And Trixx, they didn't notice that Trixx was up there ready for the trade. And she was just smoking. Busy smoking. Oh, the detection
Uh-oh.
from that recon. What a recon. I think she thought, Aya thought that it wouldn't connect to her because she was hiding towards heaven, but it did.
It did. And at the same time, it's one of those situations where you have to think, like, yeah, you might want to shoot down the recon, but having to flick back and forth between 2 positions, unless your muscle memory is that good, you're gonna your crosshair placement will be a little bit off when you flick back to the one angle that you're watching. So it kind of bit her in the back. Very unfortunate. She tried to drop off of heaven as well, but somehow Iceberg was able to take the fadeaway shot. So AEC, I mean, this is 5-1 already. They're not slowing down at all. It's the same B main aggression, same setups in towards Garden, towards A main, and GXR are having a tough time.
Also, we haven't seen any mid control happening so far for the team of GXR. Maybe it should be tried out.
Perhaps. I think it actually, yeah, that one round where they pushed in deep towards Market.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Whoa.
This is a firing squad on towards B main, and slowly but surely they get picked one by one on the side of GXR. It was
Okay,
like,
Trixx.
you know how you do the practice shooting where the robots
practice
just
range,
moves
yeah.
left or right?
Player standing.
What the headshot from Trixx? Very low on HP though. She gets a gun, maybe a save? Never mind.
I think she wanted to hurt their economy even further. You know, at the very least, if she's not able to make it out that round alive, take some people down with her. But it just wasn't meant to be. Like you said, man, the practice range stuff, the way they were stacked up, using the boxes on B main,
Yeah.
this is so smart from Iceberg and Inari. Anytime you try to peek into that, it's very difficult for you to shoot 2 players vertically positioned.
They're probably thinking like, oh, I saw this. I think this is familiar. I saw this in the practice range.
But
Oh, the
here we go,
immediate
Aya.
aggression.
Nice. Looking to challenge this B main aggression. She's actually able to take a Neri down, but Ayumi cancels it out. It's a 4v4 now, and Iceberg is holding the off angle from lane. Gets traded off by Trixx. Tarathiel now in towards the back of Dark. She's looking to stop it, but Trixx! The second kill in this round for her.
4v2 situation. Ayumi needs to handle this operator on her hands, but she has the Blade Storm. Nothing to worry about aside from that 5 HP. Oh my god. Luca just secures the deal for her. 4v1. It's all up to Margot. Oh! She gets a headshot! Not a problem at all! Waiting for the recon. Gravity well being used. We call this a sucky sucky.
She's getting the double though. Oh! And now Yaya will just close it out. I mean, you talked about sucky sucky, but that was more of like Man, I don't even know. Just shooting the headshots. The shoddy.
I'm also thinking about a
Where was
word,
I going with
but
that?
yeah, my brain isn't working. Never mind.
Still
Margot
though,
stepping up for sure.
exactly. Very nice attempt. I mean, that one little the way she strafe shoots is very, very mechanical. Like, not a single mistake to be made. Every shot is accurate, and that's why she's able to find all of these frags. She's at a 9-3 right now, if I'm not wrong. That's a 3.0 KDA. Now coming back into this round though, GXR with the B main aggression once more.
Neri is just waiting. She has the paint shells. She knows someone's getting the orb, but she doesn't want to peek out because this can be an immediate headshot. Instant headshot for them. I think they quite know that this is coming from Market, and the ultimate from Aya is definitely here. There's no one around because everyone's just hiding. And Alucard to secure a kill, an opening kill for the team. They are onto site, clearing it as they move forward. The operator, though, can be quite scary for them.
Still not too bad. Aya will be the one hiding in B main while the rest of the team push in. Smoked off as well. That's even better. Spike will get planted, and Inari's trying to deal with Aya. Tries to go for the pre-fire. She actually gets it. Now gets the double? What?
There is a showstopper that can definitely be used, but they are spotted right now. 3v4 situation. Speaking of showstopper, trying to find what Trixx was there. Yeah, to secure 2k. Now a 2v2 situation with Ayumi and the iceberg combination. AAC was able to secure that retake.
AEC, the iceberg, the Ayumi, the Inari combo is just so aggressive, so explosive, so strong. I don't know if Inari had her showstopper before the round started, but after she made those plays, just going in for the pre-fire around Aya and then flinging back to deal with the one behind her, plus the showstopper, just opened things up, allowed for her team to push down lane. And I don't think GXR was expecting it. They weren't ready. So now this is a 2-7. They're 5 rounds behind. GXR with an eco as well. This is very, very difficult. Very, very devastating. They're looking for control over mid, but it gets shut down.
The execution on that round is definitely perfect for the retake as Inari pushes towards B main, and this is the ultimate flank. Ayumi, on the other hand, with that operator, very, very lethal for the team of GXR. It's like they can't move at all. Everywhere they go, there's Ayumi.
You hate that. Just everywhere they go, you peek. You get shut down, you get denied, it's a Yumi in your face. If it's not a Yumi, it's Tarathiel or someone else. And that operator just starts to become this avalanche. What started out as a snowball became an avalanche. It's just very, very difficult to deal with. You need to deal with it somehow, though. And that's the problem. Because of an operator up towards mid right now, they can't push into it unless they cloudburst or smoke her off somehow. This might be the trick, but still, how can they actually gain map control off of these plays?
They actually did that a while ago during the time that they were doing a retake. They just smoked off. Basically, the Suki comes in, but Inari was able to pull out of that. Trixx was able to get Ayumi, though. A big opening for GXR. Maybe this is the round they come back.
Perhaps. Numbers advantage certainly would give them a big bonus. But what I like is that off of the one pick, they don't just rush in. They slow things down. They take a second to reload, recalibrate, and then they'll re-engage. So now you can see that the spike is being delivered by Yaya all the way over on towards the A site. Still, though, I'm not sure if that's the best call because Baby Alka has to deal with the Killjoy utilities. Iceberg just peeking past the smoke. Thankfully, Ivory's there. And Neri's cautious of this as well, but she hears the footsteps going away. She should know. She's calling out to her team that it's an execute on towards A.
It was just a hug in B main. I suppose. Oh, the paranoia just connects perfectly on the two players, but Margot wasn't able to hit the headshot and punish them right off the bat. But no more armors for two players of GXR as the Ratfield closes things down with the triple kill, looking for the fourth. But Ineri was definitely there to finish things off for the side of Alter Ego Celeste. 9-2.
9-2. That means one more round before the end of the first half, and that's going to be this one. It's such a big difference. Trixx going to have to rely on a Sheriff and her Bladestorm for now. Aya, I don't know if she's going to have enough. I think her teammates should be able to buy for her. But looking at what AEC has, the double operator setup this time.
Double operator?
Iceberg
God.
and Ayumi.
Double trouble.
To unite the worlds, something, prepare for devastation. What the Pokemon? I forgot what it was, but they're going in towards B main again, GXR, which is fairly nice, but they have to be very cautious about Iceberg. I don't know if they know that Iceberg has an operator. So watching the angle, they need to use every bit of utility that they have at their disposal just to clear it. And that doesn't leave them with much after the post-plant. Wow, Iceberg just having the backup plays as well.
I mean, it's definitely the round that they can use all those utilities and all those rifles. Even with that operator, they come in with them. Oh, pinning down Iceberg is a big opening for GXR, but is it gonna happen this time? As Iceberg and Ineri is out, they plant the spike. They have the
Not bad.
ultimates.
They have the ultimates. Look at Trixx. She picked up the operator. She has a Bladestorm. She's looking to cause some trouble, but Ayumi spots her out. She tags her down to 28. Goes in with the Bladestorm. What? Ayumi! What was that? Was that a no-scope? Now she
No.
has a Bladestorm. Looks to push in towards Yeya. She takes Aya down, and then Tarathiel helps her out. Alter Ego Celeste make this a costly 10-2 first half.
I cannot get over how fast of a scope that is, Ayumi. That was a quick scope. It wasn't a no scope at all. I want to see a Okay, this is the replay. What? What a play! Is this real? I haven't seen this even. Oh my god! This is the first time I've seen that quick of a scope. Amazing.
Only here on VCT Game
Yeah,
Changers.
that's why you
SCA.
should. Yeah, share the stream, guys.
Share the stream. Follow.
You
Share it on
never see
Facebook
this in
for-
other streams. This is only here in VCT Game Changers.
No VCT, NA, EU, Southeast Asia.
Nothing can compare to this. Ayumi
They're that
supremacy.
good. My god.
Oh,
Well,
I'm out of words with this game.
second half. GXR probably need to think twice about picking a set now against Alter Ego Celeste at least, but the attacking side is a little bit different. They're pushing in with a lot of A-main aggression, just the worst timing, and they go in for the peaks. GXR a little bit caught off guard. The frenzies will just spray all over the place, but Ivory, nice little headshot, might be able to turn things around.
Spike planted.
2v3 retake.
Looking for one more player. She has one more star she can place, and that's gonna be on A main. Just preparing them. Maybe if there's, but everyone is just on site. Look at the position of AEC. There's a meeting going downstairs. Like, yeah, guys. So how are we gonna play this out? Yeah. Oh, no smoke. Let's move back. Oh, the timing.
Oh my
definitely
God.
There. Ivory knows the people are around. Hell, but Aluka. She has information. Low on HP, not gonna be able to take the picks and make this an 11-2 on AEC's favor.
11-2. You know what that means? This could be a 12-2, having lost the pistol round. You hate to see it, but Alter Ego Celeste are just that strong. I mean, you talked about the meeting, but it's such a good post-plant position, especially on pistols, especially when you have a frenzy. You just sit there, discuss. What's up, guys? How are you doing today?
So when we
Let's
see
just wait.
someone, we shoot.
Yeah. Just point your mouse. Hold down left click.
Okay,
Oh my
ready?
God.
Speaking of ready though, this is very difficult for GXR. They are again on eco, but the dash in from Ayumi, Aluka was just caught off guard. They are gonna go in fast. They're gonna step on the pedal. It doesn't matter right now because they have rounds to lose, and also the guns that they have, they know they have the advantage.
That's why you see Ayumi being so aggressive right now with this huge advantage. She's going in. She's looking for Trixx. The better jet stands tall. And unfortunately for GXR, a flawless victory for Alter Ego Celeste. I mean, it would have been so much better if there was some form of economical damage onto AEC's players, but this is just unbelievable. And then, this round, GXR with the full buys, even if they win this, they need 9 straight rounds in a row just to push us into overtime.
This is, I see the comments right now, the chat. It's like, God mode.
Careful.
It is true though. Ayumi is just popping crazy on this game.
Well, she's going in. It is
gonna hold
Ayumi's
it.
God mode activated. Goddess mode.
Goddess mode, exactly. 100%. This is the owl drone detecting Ivory. She goes on Hell, but I don't know if she saw someone on Jenny though. Aluka to
God.
secure the 2K. 3 versus 3.
It's not just any 3 versus 3. And Neri has 150 HP and the Vandal, looking to secure baby Aluka. They lose 1 player thanks to Trixx. That might make it possible for GXR to take this back. Spike hasn't been planted yet because the site isn't clear. And they're kind of trapped on this A site itself right now, but if anyone can do it, Neri can.
Spike down.
Teammate falls.
What?
1 headshot to start things off. Oh, but she doesn't know that
She doesn't
baby
know.
Aluka's actually running around the site. Ooh! Doesn't even need it. Yaya will be able to spray it down.
Another day, another life in the hands of GXR. As this is the match point for Alter Ego Celeste. But whew, the timing, just the timing with Ineri not being able to see Aluka, and such a good positioning for Aluka to not actually peek and try to be, you know, trigger happy on towards Hell.
Well, I don't know if the happy trigger finger will be able to help them in this round. It's going to be full buys on both sides, with the exception of Ivory on a Bulldog and Aya on a Spectre. But Trixx, no,
Not like
walks
this.
into the paint shells.
Not
She had
like
nowhere else to
this.
go. 4v4 now.
The scary part about this is the showstopper of Ineri being online, as they can hyper-aggressive push onto sites using that. And with Trixx out as well, she had the knives, bro.
That's so unfortunate for Trixx. But at the very least, brief moment of respite. Hopefully GXR can use this to think and really consider what's going to happen next. Does Aya know that Ineri's on the other side of that wall? That confirms it. Nice owl drone by Yaya. And she's looking to stop the push. Goes in for the peek. Oh, but Ineri just instantly flicks back. She was full blind, but still able to make it work. Showstopper now takes Yaya, gone. Oh, 2v4.
You know, when you hear the "here comes the party," you just hide, bro. You just hide. Last player standing was Baby Aluka. She gets pinned down by Margot. AEC still and will always be still the champion, or rather heading towards that path. Oh, what a play. I cannot. This game is just crazy. That's all I could say. It was just crazy.
I mean, this is your induction, I guess, into the FSL Valorant
Welcome
circuit.
to FSL, Taylor.
Welcome
Here
to
you
FSL.
go. Here's a game where you can't
Here's a
talk
game.
because of the things that just doesn't make sense.
Same. This is always my face, always my reaction after watching Alter Ego Celeste. It's just, that is insane. It really is. You look at how Ineri plays, and it's unbelievable. I don't know how she does it. She's just that good. She gets blinded, kind of turns back for a second. She's like half blind, but still able to flick back 180 and then shoot Aya down. And then she doesn't stop there. She goes in, blast pack, showstopper, just to take Yaya away. What?
I know.
What?
I know. They were just also prepared, basically. Alter Ego Celeste, yes, they are the long-standing champions of FSL 4 times, this and that. So teams have watched their VODs, prepared for this. But looking at it, it seemed like Alter Ego Celeste is the much more prepared team going into this. Knowing that there is Aya with the Phoenix, they were able to shut her down by just, you know what, guys, this is a Phoenix. The closer she gets, then that's gonna be the time that she flashes. So what do? We stay put, we relax and wait for that flash to come out, because after that flash, Aya just goes out and tries to get a kill. But then again, Alter Ego Celeste, they were hiding during the time of the flash, and now pinning down Aya quite easily.
You know, I think you're absolutely right, because Neri might have been the one to get that kill, but knowing that Aya was on the other side, knowing that there was a potential for her, that flash, that curveball to be used, it doesn't matter. Even if they're blind, if all 3 players from Alter Ego Celeste just hold down left click, shoot in that one general dart, even if they're blind, chances are Aya will be the one that gets killed. So it's what you see.
Go for it.
It's
Sorry.
Alter Ego Celeste. I mean, they have that teamwork. They're all that good. How do you dethrone them? How do you dethrone them?
I mean, that's also why exactly they played further. If you check out Alter Ego Celeste, they play further. They have 2 operators even at some point on the last round of this first half, because of that curveball. They know if that curveball comes out, the teams or the players are definitely close.
It's just really, really smart.
This is why I became a caster, not a player. I played for FSL and then failed, and then I'm just gonna cast instead.
Well, maybe Trixx can help us out and carry us somewhere. But anyway, it's really unfortunate. But thankfully, this was only the upper bracket final. Very, very scary games, and you see the full wrath, the full strength of Alter Ego Celeste, even on a map that GXR picks up against them. I would have thought the GXR had some kind of secret trump card or something that they could pull out, but it just goes to show it continues. AEC, they continue with this 100% win rate on Ascent. It's 15-15 right now. 15 is not a small number, by the way. So it's very scary, but thankfully GXR, they're not out of the tournament just yet. In fact, I think they're going to go down to the lower bracket finals.
And then in the end, might be able to play against Alter Ego Celeste again. You know, a rematch probably. I don't know, because of course with the lower bracket finals as well being around, it's definitely a very tough bracket to go into. And Alter Ego Celeste can just chill for a bit, wait and relax till the next teams comes up, and also like had so much practice on Icebox already, on Ascent already. It's like they perfected the execution.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I really hope that GXR will be able to come back and face off against AEC again. But at least for now, what you can say for sure is that this is your first time here on the FSL Valorant circuit. Very lovely welcome. Do you have any closing words before we hand this off to a break, and then our panelists will come back?
Well, I do love being here. I played for FSL once, like I said, failed miserably and went into the caster's desk immediately. But I really do love to be here and also supporting these women. I know how exactly it feels to be a pro player looking for leagues for women, especially. And this is finally it, the Valorant Game Changers. I'm happy to be here. I'm just glad to be here casting, of course, with the one, the only, hey, I'm Quack, right beside me.
And of course, the one and only Taylor, Eliza Taylor, right here. Go follow her on Twitter and I don't know, it's Twitch, Facebook, anywhere else that she might be on. Quick shout out to your socials.
Oh, you can find me on Facebook at Eliza Taylor, and on Twitter it's at Taylor. You can actually just check the comment section on Twitch. It goes down throughout there. And also biggest shout outs, of course, to all the people who are watching, Yulia especially. Hello to you guys.
Yeah. So quick break, and then Tanya as well as Marquis, I believe, will be coming back to give us the wrap up of the day and then information on what happens tomorrow. So don't go away, guys. It's just a quick break. This is the schedule.
And here we are at the end of day 3 of the VCT.
Surprise, surprise!
Yeah.
We're back.
We're back on the panel just to wrap things up. For the VCT Game Changers Southeast Asia FSL Open 5 playoffs, where everyone on the panel and the casters are still asking what and whether Ayumi scoped or not, because that seems to be the story looking at both maps on Icebox as well as Ascent.
Exactly, Tanya. I've seen it again, the highlights, and I still stand by it. What I can say about these 2 games that I just witnessed was what? They were so comfortable. They were so confident. Alter Ego Celeste was just ready to take GXR out in this map selection in this whole series.
Yeah, and of course we are going to see Alter Ego go to the grand finals. It's kind of expected, but we were hoping for a closer match right here from Galaxy Racer, especially since they have been stepping up the last few times that we saw them. And just taking a look here at the stats, is there anything that surprises you?
I mean, I'm not even surprised to see Aneri on the MVP with a 2.7 KDA, 21 kills, not a problem at all. But Ayumi and Margot, this trio is so lethal for the team of GXR that it's just punish after punish after punish. That's everything I could just see. It is just a complete landslide on the side of AEC towards GXR looking at the statistics. But looking at GXR and how they play this map as well, Trixx was able to get 12 kills, and looking at how frag wins and objective wins that we are seeing right now, AEC is just out for blood, hunting for blood and just the kills, not being able to plan for the side of GXR or even defuse the spike.
And it's pretty interesting that, especially on Icebox, Alter Ego, even though they lost the first few rounds, it looked kind of shaky, but they did manage to get down the plan. And after that, in a blink of an eye, they got their momentum and they seem to have taken it all the way from Icebox to Ascent.
Definitely true. The momentum was definitely on the side of Alter Ego Celeste. On the other hand, that first map looked like GXR was about to take it anyway from the side of Alter Ego Celeste. They were looking pretty good on that map, but the thing is, they get caught off guard from time to time with the flanks that Margot does. They manage to kill off or actually assume that there's always gonna be a flank, and they kill Margot from time to time. But when the switch happened, that's when it started.
Yeah, and it's also interesting because Alter Ego Celeste used to lose on Icebox, right? A lot of times we saw them drop this map. Casters were all saying this is their weakest map, but can we actually say that right now after looking at what they have pulled off? Because they have been changing up their agent compositions as well. When we saw them on Icebox in the Open 4, they used KJ as well as Viper. And against Magnifique, they went with KO and they ditched Viper. And as you brought up, Margot now on the Omen, they stopped running Viper altogether and just went with the Omen for both of these maps.
Maybe it's the comfortability of the players altogether. If they're comfortable, when you have that comfortability, you gain that confidence next up. So having that confidence to be able to get the frags as well, from Margot especially, and the 2 duelists that we had for today, Ayumi and Aneri, it's just a triple threat towards GXR that was hard to punish and hard to shut down during the map of Icebox. It is still viable for the team of GXR to actually win because they make mistakes. Alter Ego makes some mistakes in doing that aim duels. They just got out of that much stronger compared to GXR. But there was also certain mistakes on the side of GXR that Alter Ego Celeste was able to capitalize.
Yeah, and sometimes in this high level of competition, when you're in it, it's really about the team that makes the less mistakes. It's not necessarily about the highlight plays or the 1v4s, but we did get a lot of highlight plays, I have to say, especially on Ascent, where Ayumi was just the most outstanding player that caused all of the casters to just ask, what, and what?
the goddess of the operator, I suppose. We have the goddess of the operator, Ayumi. We also have the goddess of the flank, which is Ineri, or rather, Margot. So we have those outstanding players that we are seeing. And Alter Ego Celeste, it seemed like they're just the better team right now. And obviously, with the statistics, even from the previous FSL and matches, they're just really strong.
And even though we saw them struggle in the previous round against KMO, this time around, not so much. So it begs the question of them going here into the grand final. And whoever that's going to come up from the lower bracket, how are they going to stand up to them? Because that's the same question. We had some answers around B main, for example. The teams were trying to do different things, but at the end of the day, it looked like a mental game, right? It looked like the confidence was on the side of Alter Ego today, and it was just the momentum, really, as what Kentra will say. It became a snowball that turned into an avalanche.
Definitely true. I just cannot anymore. Look at this bracket, okay? Going into this bracket, of course, GXR is waiting for the players or for the teams to finish up, and they might even have a chance to go up against Alter Ego Celeste. And knowing that this is the top two teams in the rankings, in the power rankings of FSL, it seemed more likely to happen and bound to happen. I am just excited to see the matches, how it will all play out, and how the teams are gonna fix up what they had for today.
Absolutely. If we get a rematch once again, that would be so exciting. And also from the fans and the viewers watching, just to see how the teams change it up. Because not everything's the same. They're still trying to adapt. They're still trying to change up their own agent compositions. And for Kid My Orc and Magnifique there in the lower bracket, it's anyone's game, right? It could be a 1-0, but who knows, they might turn it around. So if you want to check that out, still ongoing on our FSL Thai stream, FSL_TH. Please visit there, check out the girls. Someone will win and someone is going to go up against Galaxy Racer tomorrow.
Definitely true, and I am very much excited to see. And like you said, we're heading on the other stream. We're gonna chill there and actually chat up with the players, or rather with the viewers as well, watching the stream. And I'm just excited to see who's gonna make it to the grand finals tomorrow.
Totally. We are all looking ahead. Everyone is in high anticipation. So with that, we did conclude the upper bracket semifinals. Alter Ego is going to go to the grand finals. We are going to figure out and have to watch and witness who will be the ones challenging them once again. And so with that, that's the end of our VCT Game Changers Southeast Asia FSL Open 5 Playoffs Day 3. Tomorrow we will be back for Day 4, so please catch us then and please tune in. Thank you so much for everyone who has watched these two matches and has just stuck around with us. We've really, really enjoyed ourselves.